Hi, I'm Kevin. This is Adequate Attempt Outdoors, and today I'm going to be doing just a kind of an overview or a review, I guess, maybe, I don't know, whatever you feel like calling it, of the Avian X Mallards. So, let's get started. Here, got one of the Avian X Mallards. They came out with these, I don't know, several years ago anyway, so it's not that they're brand new, but they're made of a softer, I think they call it EVA plastic. They're squishy. They're not made of like the hard plastic decoys like this one. Hard, squishy. These can take a beating. The paint is really good. These are several years old and I'm not easy on them. I beat the crap out of these things, and they still look great. Still has all his gray on them, like even the brown in his back and on his head here. There's some mud they need cleaned, but other than that, they're not really beat up. But upon all the Avian X Mallards out there that I've purchased, got the low head, got the high head mallard drake. There's a feeder pack out there that has these, and honestly I can't remember if they have like a harvester type 12 pack that has some of these mixed up. I'm not real sure. I bought 2 different packs of them, but those are feeders that, like the skimmer, I think he's doing this on the water. Still looks great. The positions are really good. Feeder hen, again, she still looks great after years and years of abuse. And a high head hen. So, what do I like about them? I like the paint schemes look really good. They're not extremely flashy, not really reflective, which is, I mean, they give you enough shine, but they're not like chartreuse and reflective like a street sign, you know. But the paint schemes are good. They're really detailed. The eyes look good. The bills look really good. All the paint on these things is really good. The carvings, also the carves that were made for the bodies, were really like excellent, top notch. Even down to they got the little curls on the drakes. Paint scheme, he's got the edges of his feathers even detailed on here, and like the feather detail in the mold itself is really good, especially on the hens. Got all these individual feather details, the little blue on her wings, and her skimmer form is really good. And you get these in the water, and the end of the bill sits in the water, and they blow around, and you get a good breeze, and they're doing this on your lines and stuff, and they look great. Let you see the hen and the feeder kind of side by side, above, below, whichever. And aside from the excellent body positions and the extremely durable plastic bodies, I've never had one of these crack. I've never had one puncture. I don't even think one of mine has been unfortunate enough to get shot yet, so that's a plus. A little ding, but aside from being able to take a beating, the one thing that I'm a huge fan of on these is, let me unline 30 feet here, is the keels. They have a little give, but they're solid, they're sturdy, and for the most part, I don't typically have too many problems with their keel hooks, but they have the front one where your line can hang and your decoys can blow like this, or you can run your line through that bottom hook and they'll kind of swing around like this more. They might even spin if you get the right breeze, or if they just get doing whatever they want to do. But for the most part, their keel hooks are really good. And I do have a couple, I think, on my wood ducks that they're just a hair loose, and then the line doesn't hang in them real well, and then they kind of unspool all the way out. But I do have, sometimes I'll just wrap the line through a couple times, or I can make a little knot in the line and it won't back out, and then they'll hang up really well. The The downside to these is on the keel itself. There's no rings or hooks that you could clip these onto like a jerk line or something of that nature. But if you don't have line on these, in the spot here, the flat piece of the keel where the keel meets the body of the decoy, I think there's one hole up here and then one hole here that you could clip a jerk line or something onto. Typically, if I'm gonna hook these onto a jerk line, I will just grab a part of the string that I have around the keel, hook onto that, and it works just as well. High head. They even added some of the blue and purple to the head, the iridescence. And you can kind of see it. You can kind of see it back here on the back of his head. And I think this one has a little bit as well. So there's the high head and the low head together. Gray decoys are not huge. They're life size. They're the size that I like. I used to buy every decoy that I could get my grubby little paws on, and sometimes I had the smaller bodied decoys, or the smaller, like 3/4 size decoys, and those were nice for like spread filling. You want to put out a bunch of decoys, you can pack a ton of those into a bag and call it good, and just spill a bunch of them out. But these things, I've in my later years went for like a quality over quantity sort of thing. Since I do a lot of hunts myself, I can only pack so much gear around, you know. But let me get this one. And this one here's the hen and the drake together, the feeders. Those are the Avian X Mallards. Just a quick video to kind of tell you what I think. Are they worth the money? I would say absolutely, since they're kind of a standard rate, I guess, for high-end decoys these days. I would say absolutely they're worth the money, because you can absolutely beat the crap out of these things and they will take the beating. The paint doesn't chip or scuff off. I've got a few. I mean, there's a couple of these that have, I think that down here, and it's been really abraded, but that's probably from rubbing around in decoy bags. Like I said, I do not take it easy on these things because I know they can take the beating. But yeah, overall, are they worth the money? For sure. I would definitely say yes. They have a quality product. And would I buy more? Yes. Do I need more? No. I've got, I think, 2 dozen of these things mixed, like the feeders and the high heads, or the more alert decoys. I can't think what you call them right this moment. But yeah, Avian X Mallards, good decoy for sure. Would recommend. So it's a quick one today, guys. This has been Kevin with Adequate at Outdoors. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.